It is week 5 of Action Research, and this week our learning objectives are to organize our paper in the MLA format, and we're also going to locate and summarize 7 sources for our research-based support for change section of our project paper. So to help you get your paper organized in the MLA format, if we look down a little bit in the Moodle shell under Instruct, there is a style guide that's going to help you with that. This is a neat PDF that shows you how to cite sources in the text, meaning inside your paper, as well as on your reference list, which is your works cited page. And it gives you all kinds of examples for, like, if your source is a book, if it's a video, if it's an interview, if it's a television show. It gives you a variety of sources that you can cite. There is also a video option. This shows you how to use the Word software program to put your paper into MLA format. And then we have a couple of websites. We have the EasyBib website and we have the Citation Machine website. On those websites, you just plug in the information regarding your source and it'll show you what it should look like in your paper. Finally, we have an MLA PowerPoint overview. It kind of gives, it's just a PowerPoint that gives an overview of MLA. And don't forget, you can also look at your sample paper you were provided in one of the earlier weeks to kind of see what the MLA format looks like on the sample paper. For our second objective of finding those 7 sources for our research-based support for change section, basically what you're going to do there is you're going to go out to the internet and find 7 sources on your strategy that you're using for your project. Now, you can use the internet or anything else that you would like. You can go to the library if you'd like to, but the internet is fine as well. I would just Google my research strategy and see what comes up, and then you pick 7 of them and you can organize them in your research-based support for change section of your paper however you like. Some people put all the pros together, all the cons together, or you could do one paragraph for each of the 7 sources. However you want to organize that section of your paper that flows and makes sense will work just fine. But your goal in that area is to summarize the 7 sources regarding the strategy that you tried for your project. We also, back to the MLA format, we have a kind of a fun Weird Al Yankovic video on word crimes, which is kind of a fun thing to watch. Our forum this week is about research design types. Now, you're either going to have 1 research design type or 2, depending on the types of data that you're collecting, because you're collecting 2 sources of data, a quantitative source and a qualitative source. They both might be the same research design type, or you might have 2 different research design types. So in our forum this week, you're going to tell us a little bit about how you're collecting your data and then what your research design type or types are, so we can make sure you're on the right track there. And finally, for the assignment this week, we have an internet research action research article. So if I click on this and so we can get a little more information, you're going to go to the internet and find an action research project. And you are going to, if you can make it be about the strategy that you're trying for your project, that's great. If not, it could be an action research project paper on anything. And you're going to give us the title of the article, the author, and the URL where you found it. You're going to tell us what their independent and dependent variable or variables were. Now remember, they might not have taken this class. In our class, we have 1 independent variable and 2 dependent variables, but in their project, who knows what they have? They might have several. You're going to tell me what their research question was, or their problem. We know for our class, our problem is going to have the strategy, the who, and the 2 things affected. But once again, they may not have taken this class, so it could, no telling what format their research problem or question is in. You're going to tell us if they collected any qualitative or quantitative data. They may or may not collected both, but they will for sure have at least 1 type. And then finally, what research design type or types did they use? Now, it's always good to kill 2 birds with 1 stone if possible. So if you can use the article that you use for this internet action research article assignment as one of your 7 sources for your project, that's fantastic. But if you don't want to, that's fine as well. So I hope you have a great week. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call.